幻想喫茶アンシャンテ。
What's good, everybody? MidMorningSol back at it again with another playthrough part for Cafe Enchante. And y'all, I hate when stories do this, but last I left you, we finished up chapter 2 with more light shed, if you will, on Akira's attachment to that doll, quote unquote. Turns out it's not the doll, it's Rendo's little sister, Shizuku. And where we last left Akira, his assistant came up out of nowhere. Hold on, let me get in here. I gotta get in there because the splash screen doesn't last for too long. Akira gets approached by his assistant, that weird tall guy that's masked, or there's a paper over his face. I don't know what the fuck going on, but that guy, right? He tells Akira of his potential promotion. Like, it's pretty much his. All he has to do is take it. At first, Akira was like, I don't really care for it, you know. It is what it is with that. And, you know, it was like, oh, you know, it's whatever. Like, if I get a hold of it, I'm wondering if they'll let me work on a cure for Shizuku. But, you know, if I don't take it, then, you know, they won't take me seriously. It was up in the air for a little bit, but he decided that he would take the promotion. So congrats, bitch, you deserve it. Yeah, so it turns out Akira's been working on stuff to try to cure Shizuku and turn her back into a human from that fox doll thing. And, you know, Akira's just been like so devoted to it. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. And we actually got a little backstory with Kaoru and Akira and Shizuku. And I don't want to delve too much into it because y'all, it's probably been like, what, 2 minutes or so. So yeah, got some backstory on how it happened, what led up to Shizuku being turned into a fox thing. And yeah, it was sad. But y'all, Kaoru just a light bulb just clicked into his mind, and he was like, do you like me? Do you want to go out on a date? If yes to both, let's do the damn thing. And here we are with chapter 3, Curse. I don't like the title, but I hope it's like something that will deal with you know, something that will be dealt with and resolved, so Kaoru and I can let our relationship blossom. And by I mean Kotone. I'm just living vicariously through Kotone in this anime world. So y'all, enough chatter. Sorry about that, but y'all know I like to recap things. Let's do the damn thing, shall we? We shall. Chapter 3, Curse. Ooh, I can't wait. Let's go out on a date, he says. A few days have passed since Mr. Rendo's sudden invitation. Yes, child, it was out of the blue. Oh, we on our date? And now I'm sitting in the passenger seat in Mr. Rendo's car. There he goes, wearing that same stuff over. Okay. I can't stop myself from looking at Mr. Rendo driving the car. It isn't so hard for me to strike up a conversation when we're at Enchante, but you're in unfamiliar territory. I can't seem to get myself to talk to him. just feels so weird. And bitch, talk.
おや、ガチガチじゃないか。リラックス、リラックス。
But it does feel a bit awkward sitting here like this. I mean, being with you is...
デートだから。
I guess so. I don't know what Kotone, child.
そんな睨まないでほしいな。せっかくだから楽しくさ。笑顔笑顔。
A date. That word coming out of Mr. Rindo is the very reason why I'm like this. Mind you, I am a girl. It just feels really weird to be with him on a date like this. Not to mention, his serious tone back then isn't helping.
琴音ちゃん。今度二人きりでデートしよう。
Child, he was just out of the blue with that. Okay. I felt like I wasn't getting the full story. Then again, he was looking straight into my eyes. He should be looking straight at the road. I doubt any girl can refuse such a sweet smile so close to your face. Well, he is a lot older, so maybe he just said it without much thought of this being a date. It's a pretty big deal to me, though. It's such a big deal that I kept trying to find the perfect clothes to wear today. Bitch, you wearing the same damn thing. Ain't nothing thought. You're no Liliana. I say that. Liliana. Y'all, Liliana Adornado, she was dressed at least within 5 different outfits. I think it was more, but yeah, I ain't keep count. But the girl had some fashions behind her. Kotone, not so much. She has 2 outfits and that's it. Girl, fuck out of here. Unless I see you with something else, then girl, fuck out of here. But wearing something special for today felt like I was looking too forward to it. So I ended up wearing my everyday clothes. But
今日のネイル、かわいいね。
I felt my heart jump as he took notice of that one part I figured I should prep for today.
ああ、そうだ。今更なんだけど。
Oh, what is it?
そんな風に可愛くして、あの物騒なお父さんたちに心配されなかった？
Because it's the same damn clothes, Rindo. Come on.
根掘り葉掘り聞かれた上で反対されるんじゃないかなとも思ってたけど。
Well, I let out a chuckle. To be honest, they did sort of interrogate me.
Hi, Kotone. これ俺からのプレゼント。
A personal alarm.
そりゃもちろん林道対策。襲われたら迷わず押すこと。即座に林道を塵に変えてみせるよ。
Oh, child, Mizia's face. He's like, I wish he would try something so that I would just appear there out of the air. I wish he would. That's a bit aggressive, isn't it?
というより、わざわざ襲わせる必要はないかと。やられる前に型をつければ解決では。
I would never guess ill talking like this. Baby, who hurt you?
なら証拠隠滅は俺がやってやるよ。ベスティアに捨ててきてやる。
I can imagine Ignis doing that and saying that. Sure. I don't like where this is heading.
妥協案ならば、我が護衛につくという方法もあるぞ。鎧を覆い隠していけばバレるはずだ。
I'd actually freak out if I found you following me like that. There you have it. They were willing to let me leave on my own in the end.
ひどい言われようだ。まあそれだけ君のことが心配なんだろうけどね。
But their care is more like treating me like some kind of kid. They were like overly cautious parents trying to warn their child of all the threats in the world before their first day of school.
子供じゃないからこそ心配されてるのかもしれないけどね。
Huh?
なんでもないよ。さて、そろそろ目的地も近いし、降りる準備をしてくれるかな。
Huh? Really? Come to think of it, I don't even know where they were headed yet.
あれ？ごめん。
Wait, I read that wrong.
ばかり。
Shit, let me see. I said they, I meant we. Come to think of it, I don't even know where we were headed yet. There you go. So where are we going?
そうだな。逆に聞くけど、君はどこに行くと思う？
I hope it's not the GPM. That's not a fucking date. Mr. Rindo lets out a childish smile as we make a turn. Hold up. Hold up. We better not be going to your house as a first date. I bet he's purposely trying to hide where we're headed. That's so suspect. That's so like he's trying to be slick. I wonder where we're going. It better not be them two places that I mentioned. Where would Mr. Rindo take me on a date? I mean, well, we've been on dates before, but like a legit real, like, oh my god, it's happening in his route. We done been to a restaurant, so I would hope not. I don't think he's geared for a theme park. So this one is a lot of choices, damn it. Actually, let me... restaurant. Well, I'll say what I'm thinking, casual drive. I bet you're just aimlessly driving around without much thought.
なるほど。それはそれで素敵だね。君とたわいもないおしゃべりをして、何かを見つけたら寄り道して。
I guess so. You know, that actually sounds pretty fun.
次回に生かすよ。けど、今日はちゃんと目的地があるんだ。
Where is this place?
おっと、もう着くから自分の目で確かめてみてくれるかな。
Where are we going? I anxiously wait another 5 or so minutes before we finally arrive.
はい、到着。車降りたらエレベーターで上がるからね。
Huh? Where are we? We take the elevator to the top floor, then walk down a lavish-looking hallway that leads me to a door. Inside is a white-walled room. Okay, all right. This is his house! The room is minimalistic in its decor. A sofa, some plants to color the room, and not much else. Could this place be...
では改めて我が家へようこそ、琴音ちゃん。
Are we weren't really at that level where we should be going to each other's house. Technically, Enchante is my house. I suppose, but he hasn't been in my room, so it's not my house, but or home, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, I mean it's very minimalistic, but it's got that modern flair. I question your motive, sir. You moving a bit fast for me, but it ain't that fast, but it's kind of fast. Huh? You live here? According to Mr. Rindo. Okay, come through City View. See, I'm about to say sea line. Sky View, Skyline, I don't know. Yeah, according to Mr. Rindo, he lives in this luxury apartment, which is located only 15 minutes from the GPM headquarters. Excuse me. I can see the business buildings around Shinjuku from here. I bet this place is really expensive.
住み心地が良くてね。と言っても普段は年に帰るぐらいなんだけど。
The train station is nearby too. This is really a nice place. This is a really nice place. Excuse me, y'all. But why did you bring me here? I thought we were out on a date. Girl! Oh my god. Come on, Kotone. Don't be that damn daft. You know exactly why he brought you there. There, of all places.
ああ、うん。要するに、おうちデートってやつ。
Oh, yeah. I'm so hung up on the fact that he took me to his place. I'm telling you, he should lose those glasses. He looks a whole lot better now. Maybe take off the jacket too. I hope he takes off the jacket. The jacket is not necessary. You're not outside anymore. A home date? It usually ends in home sex. Sorry, y'all. This is something I never expected to experience in my life, ever. Kotone, what the fuck?
行楽地に行くのもいいけど、のんびりするのもいいかなって。
I see.
とりあえず座ってて、飲み物入れてくるよ。お任せでいいかな。
Oh, right. I'm fine with whatever. I go ahead and take a seat on his sofa. There isn't much for me to do now. I simply sit and look around the room like a curious kitten. This place is so huge. That's about all I can think of. Come to think of it, besides Il and Kadis, I think this is the first time I stepped into a guy's room. On top of that, I'm here on a date with a bachelor. Are you gonna be able to put two and two together? Now that I've had the time to digest the situation. Wait a sec. This is really awkward.
あ、もしかして余計に緊張しちゃった？
A reply comes from the kitchen to respond to my words that spelled out for me. I hurriedly nod in the empty room. Yes, I mean, I know this is your place, but I am intruding in your home. Oh, Kotone, she's so fucking... She's so innocent. I'll say innocent instead of the other word I want to say.
そうか。言っても難しいかもしれないけど、自由にくつろいでくれて構わないからね。
I know he means well, but it really isn't helping. I don't have anything to do, so I'm kind of bored, but I can't just wander around the place. And so I decide to imagine how Mr. Rindo spends his time here. He's done with work and comes home. He takes his suit off over there. He washes his hands and grabs a small bite before sitting down on the sofa and looking out the window. Oh, that's right. I'm sitting on a sofa now. Again with this noise. This is a lot more embarrassing than I thought. I then begin to notice something odd about his place, or rather, his home. This room is too clean. It's like a showroom. I'm not sure if I'm looking at this right, but I don't see anything here that represents Mr. Rindo as a person. I wonder what Mr. Rindo does in his spare time. I guess it's entirely possible that he's a minimalist and likes his place sparkling clean. Based on what I know, I think he enjoys driving, or maybe he likes watching movies. He probably reads a lot of books too. Honestly, it's so much easier to read Ill's room than this place. Mizir also said that Mr. Rindo keeps secrets, so I doubt the others know about his place here. Oh, excuse me, let me read that line again. Mizir also said that Mr. Rindo keeps secrets, so I doubt the others know about his place here. Oh wait, Grandpa must have known about this place. Mr. Rindo comes back from the kitchen as I continue eyeing his home curiously.
はい、どうぞ。今日はコーヒーじゃなくて紅茶にしてみました。君のお口に合えばいいんだけど。
Thanks, Bill. Thank you. As I lift the cup to take a sip, I decide to ask him what's been on my mind. Mr. Rindo, your house is so clean. It's almost like you haven't used this place. Mr. Rindo nods in response.
ああ、もともと物が少ないから。それに、今日は僕が出た後、掃除を頼んでおいたからね。
Okay, you have a maid service or whatever? You requested cleaning? Is he talking about a housekeeper? Then suddenly... Who the fuck? Huh? I hear a voice coming from another room. I freeze in place out of fear.
ああ、噂をすればなんとやらだ。紹介するからちょっと待ってて。
My mind starts racing once I see Mr. Rindo go into the other room. Clean. Introduce. I'm sure I heard a voice. The voice was high-pitched. Not another bitch. Oh, the audacity. Which means... I know I shouldn't let it get to me. But I... let me read that again. Sorry, y'all. I know I shouldn't let it get to me. But I look at the room expecting a girl to appear. I'm interested in his lifestyle, but unlike the others I live with, I don't know anything about his daily life. I simply thought he was a single man when I came here, but I haven't really confirmed for a fact whether Mr. Rindo is really single or not. Could it be? I'm not sure if I'm making a right comparison, but Mikado did have a girlfriend. So maybe Mr. Rindo has one too? That he was fucking cheating on? I recall he didn't say much when I asked him whether he was popular with the girls back when we took that walk.
お待たせ。紹介するよ。
Yes? I jump at his appearance. I stand up from the sofa and quickly turn around to find... Oh, it's the Mickey Mouse sounding Kure. Nice. Huh? You're that one from Amasaki Island. A familiar figure jumps onto me upon recognizing who I am. It's that non-human from the island. A Kure. A gyroid. Or gyroid, I don't know how they call it. Why is a Kure here? No, wait. I slowly turn my head toward Mr. Rindo standing next to me as I try to wrap my head around all of this. Who is he? She? Is she your wife?
どういう思考でその結論に
Yeah, where the hell did that come from?
奥さん、間違っていないであります。ここに間借りしていた数日は家事の面で大活躍でありましたから。
Okay, man, you might as well. Shit. But how is this little thing able to? I say thing. This Kure, how is it able to tend for a house when the thing doesn't even look like more than 4 inches tall or some shit?
はい、違うから勝手に僕と結婚しないで。
According to Mr. Rindo, the incident that occurred at Amasaki Island was so huge that he needed to explain to the others, or to others, what happened. So he had one of the Kure come with him to help with the explanation. Excuse me. He was planning on having him stay at the GPM, but he wasn't let in due to circumstances. Oh, what? So Mr. Rindo housed and cared for him until the GPM correspondence concluded. Unbelievable. Huh, I guess that makes sense.
そういうことであります。
I know there's a more pleasant sounding Kure. You had to get this one with the Mickey Mouse voice.
それで世話になった琴音殿にもぜひお礼をとリンドウに相談したところ来てもらえることになったのであります。
You could just come to Enchante? You had to come here? So the reason why we're having a date here is so that I could meet him in person? I look toward Mr. Rindo only to find he is staring back at me.
僕としては純粋にデートをしたかった気持ちもあるんだけど、いくら親しくても男の家に二人きりっていうのはさすがに怖いかと思ってさ。
Indeed, it's not. We're not at that stage yet.
だからこの子がいてくれる今なら君の緊張も和らぐだろうし、彼もお礼が言えるし、一石二鳥かなって。
I see. But it wouldn't have hurt for you to just tell me that.
そこはほら、僕の誘いに君がどんな反応をしてくれるか、やっぱり気になるからさ。
He smiles at me childishly, as if he was enjoying this wild ride. I guess the way that he could laugh off what's going on is what makes him who he is.
しかしこうして再会し改めてお礼が言えて感激であります。あの時助けてもらわねばきっと我らは全滅していたであります。本当にありがとうございますであります。
Oh, you're welcome. He extends his shivering hand to me for a handshake. Oh, so cute. I extend my pointer finger in response. You're welcome. He grabs my finger and shakes his hand vigorously. How are the other curators doing?
はいであります。事件後はもうホールが開くこともなく、皆集落に戻って暮らしているであります。
Aww.
天崎島は平和そのものでありますよ。
That's good. That's good to hear. I heard how things were going for Mr. Rindo, but I was worried since my parents' home was around there too. So, I know it's odd for ask for me to odd. What the fuck, Sasha? So, I know it's odd to ask now, but can I get your name? Not knowing his name is a bit inconvenient, but he simply shakes his head in response.
特にないであります。
Huh? Really?
彼らは特にこう区別しないらしくてね。でも名前がないのも不便だから GPM ではナンバリングさせてもらってるよ。
Code name. It makes them sound like they're lab rats. So what's his code name then?
10番だね。
Okay. Code 10. Well, can I just call you 10 then? Ben 10?
ああ、なるほど。10だからてんちゃんね。
Yeah, sure. Hey, you better not think that it's cliche or something, Mr. Rindo. I recall his reaction back when Kororo was named.
そんなこと言わないよ。てんちゃん。いい名前じゃないか。
はい、自分は気に入ったであります。
Nice. Ten-chan. Really? Well, good to know. It's a relief knowing he likes the name. I let out a sigh of relief to which Mr. Rindo claps his hands together.
あ、お茶冷めちゃったかな。他にも話したいことがあるし、ひとまず一息入れてからにしようか。
あ、リンド、自分はホットワインが飲みたいであります。
Hot wine? Isn't that sake? Good. Wine. A type of alcoholic beverage made by fermenting grape juice. No shit. However, a cafe cannot legally serve alcohol without a full restaurant business permit. Okay. That's not... Why is it hot wine?
グルメだな。了解。
Mr. Rindo reaches down to clear the table of the cold tea. Oh, do you mind if I help? He gladly accepts my offer. This is much better than me simply sitting here and doing nothing. Okay, look at this. This open area. Kitchen. Could be kitchenette. I think it's a full kitchen. I step into the kitchen area and it is something spectacular. The kitchen is breathtaking, as expected from this place. Oh, it's so spectacular I have to yawn. But there's nothing here. The kitchen is very spacious, but that only made it easier to notice how barren it is. No spices, no dishes, no nothing. I don't see any pots, pans, knives, plates, anything. How do you cook with nothing in here? He doesn't.
食事は基本外で済ませてるから、それこそ君のお店とかさ。
Oh, I'm solely responsible for feeding my man. But what if you want to eat at home, like maybe breakfast?
そういう時は我慢して寝るし、朝はいつも面倒だから食べてないね。
Huh? Really? I always saw Mr. Rindo as a well-organized adult, but this is unexpected.
忙しい時は一日何も食べなかったり、栄養ドリンクとかで済ませちゃうかな。今日も朝はゼリーだったし。
Child, yeah. During like schooling, if I couldn't eat, I drank like a carnation instant breakfast or something. Because a lot of times in the morning, like, I had tests and stuff. So, couldn't eat a full breakfast even though it was heavily suggested to have a nice balanced breakfast. So I understand, Rindo. Totally understand.
ああ、でも料理ができないわけじゃないよ。昔結構料理に熱があった時期があってさ、普通よりはうまいって自覚はあるんだ。
Ooh, I take you up on that challenge. You think you a good cook? Let me see. Prove it. The burden of proof must be, the burden of proof is on you. Huh? He knows how to cook, but he chooses not to. Definitely something I do. Definitely not something I do. Amen. Same way, if I know how to cook, you best believe I'm gonna be in that kitchen. Only time if I don't know how to cook is if it's a really complex recipe and shit, if I'm just tired, like on my 12-hour shift days, yeah, I'm probably not gonna cook. But other days, you bet your sweet bippy I'm gonna be in that kitchen. Eating outside is good, but I think food you prepare for yourself is more enjoyable since you know how you like it.
まあそれもわかるけどね。僕は意外とズボラなんだよ。
Amen to that too. I just said it. Like if I have a pretty loaded day, I'm not gonna want to cook. So I get what Rindo's coming from. Mr. Rindo brings out a can of fresh tea leaves. He suddenly stops moving.
そうだ。あと1時間もしないでお昼になるし。昼ご飯一緒に作ろうか。
With what utensils and what cutlery and what appliances? And so, now I'm out with Mr. Rindo buying food and cooking utensils for our lunch. But
こちらのデザイン、実はペアものでして、カップルさんにとってもおすすめですよ。
Why? Y'all are calling us out so quickly.
お二人、いかがですか？
Alright, bitch, make that sale. Drive it home. Couple?
そうなんですか。じゃあこのペアのデザインのやつ、せっかくなんでお願いします。
ありがとうございます。
Mr. Rindo isn't denying we're couples. Bitch, that's the whole point. That's the main point. Well, correcting the salesperson of our relationship isn't going to change anything, but I can't believe the salesperson words didn't faze him at all. Oh, you'll grow out of it, Kotone. I promise. I was like that too. But you'll grow out of it. You'll just go with the flow. Pretty awkward if you ask me. I sneak a peek at his face, but he looks calm as usual. Maybe it's just me getting caught up with the small details. Yeah. Or maybe it's because he's an adult. The very fact that I'm bothered by his reaction and how he can keep his cool is so frustrating.
何か言った？
Nothing at all. I mean, the age gap between us is pretty huge, but we still look like a couple to others? Girl, that's just a testament of how fit he is and how he got people fooled with his face. I tilt my head as I keep thinking about it. I suddenly take notice of a mirror in the shop that reflects us standing together. Why do you look like that, Kotone? Look happy, bitch. The salesperson is wrapping the dishes. Mr. Rindo is talking to him casually. What? That was a him? It sounded like a woman. The salesperson is wrapping the dishes. Mr. Rindo is talking to him casually. I'm standing there looking at the mirror. I can tell through the reflection that we aren't the same age, but he doesn't look like my father or brother. Because he got them damn glasses on. Because of that outfit. If it were the suit, he would look like your father. He's old enough to be your father, which sucks so much ass, I know. Of course we don't look alike. But Mr. Rindo's youthful appearance is probably why we don't look related. Or, yeah, I guess so. Particularly, he's wearing his hair down and is dressed casually, which is making him look way younger than expected. I guess I can't blame the salesperson for mistaking us from a couple. I wonder what Mr. Rindo's thoughts are of being mistaken as a couple. Bitch, that's what he wants ultimately. So why would you deny it or challenge it? Folks like Mezier and the other non-humans have lived decades. They probably don't even count exactly how old they are already. Let me read that again because I yawned. They probably don't even count exactly how old they are already. But Mr. Rindo is a human. Maybe he sees me as a kid or even his younger sister. This is so weird. It's only weird if you making it out to be weird. I can't seem to explain this stuffy feeling I'm overcome with. I'm stuck wondering what this feeling that is pulsing within me. Let me read that again. I'm stuck wondering what this feeling is that's pulsing within me.
よし、次は食材だね。
Oh, yes. What the fuck? He booked it out of there. Before I knew it, Mr. Rindo has finished paying for the dishes and beckons me to follow him outside. I look back at the mirror behind me. I see Mr. Rindo and myself. I feel a subtle yet sharp pain run through me. Girl, that's love.